What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I just filmed the GYMSHARK Ultra Seamless review, so if you haven't seen that yet, you probably want to go watch it because there's some good stuff in there. As normal GYMSHARK fashion, last week they launched the Ultra Seamless collection, which was super hyped. All the athletes were wearing it. And then they launched like 3 mystery collections that they just didn't tell anyone about. They launched the Lightweight Seamless, the Move collection, and the Recess leggings. But GYMSHARK wasn't gonna fool me by trying to put these under the same launch as Ultra, so I also got these. So basically they were hiding these, so let's see if there are any hidden gems. So first, I got their Lightweight Seamless leggings. These leggings are $50 and they come in a lot of cool colors. They come in a black, this kind of like steel blue kind of color, a pistachio like neon green similar to their Vital Seamless, and then like a little maroon plum shade. So these have a shorter waistband than some other GYMSHARK leggings, but it's still a double thickness ribbed waistband. They have their logo just printed right here, just says GYMSHARK. They have a little dot detailing down the front on both sides. This fabric definitely is that slick performance material fabric, and they do advertise on their website that this is like a performance legging. I don't know if this is just on my leggings. Sometimes GYMSHARK has this little like raised seam in the middle of the butt to kind of like separate the booty cheeks. But like mine kind of awkwardly stops. It goes down the middle and then it kind of just stops at the bottom. So I'm not really sure what that's about. These definitely are very slick, feel very breathable. They're not like super light, so I expected them to be like a little more lightweight, but the fabric is decently thin. And GYMSHARK has a disclaimer on these leggings saying they may not appear fully squat proof at full depth. So I guess I'm probably not expecting these to be very squat proof. Actually, GYMSHARK's recent releases have been like pretty consistently squat proof except for this guy. But I'm kind of surprised that this one isn't going to be, because this feels like pretty similar to some other leggings they've come out with recently. So I don't know, but let's see. Okay, I honestly really like this. Okay, I think these are probably my favorite GYMSHARK leggings that I've launched all summer. They are so stretchy. Literally, look at all that stretch. They're super lightweight. You know when you put your foot into a pair of leggings and they're just like so much give to them, it's super lightweight. That's these. They feel so good, and like these are a perfect summer legging. They don't make you feel too hot at all. Since they're so lightweight, you are gonna have some risk for like panty lines, and it probably isn't the most cellulite friendly in the world. It's actually decently flattering on the butt. It's just a classic seamless legging. It's not gonna squish your butt down. The waistband actually has a lot of compression to it. So it is a shorter waistband, so it's not going to be compressive like all the way down your belly. So it doesn't have like a lot of lower tummy control, but it has a lot of control in the actual waistband. I think the little dot design is really cute. It just is very like lightweight and airy. I don't know, this just makes sense that it's called like a lightweight seamless because that's really what it feels like. So yeah, I'm not getting any camel toe. You can't see the gusset crotch. It actually isn't really restrictive at all. I'm feeling like I can move like a lot in these. Okay, yeah, definitely favorite GYMSHARK leggings of the summer. I'm really obsessed with these. And they have a lot of really cute colors. Oh my gosh, these are so stretchy. I give these like a medium to high on the booty scale because they have a really compressive waistband. By the way, this waistband is not going to stretch out at all. And it just like, it makes me feel so like, I don't know, snatched. I'm obsessed. And you guys know that I'm very critical of GYMSHARK, so honestly, these are amazing. Nemo approves. Okay, goodbye. Ooh, okay, then I got the Lightweight Seamless crop top, which actually feels like nothing at all. I really like this. I think this is really cool. So this is only $30, which is honestly super affordable. It has kind of the same little like airy, lightweight detailing, and the GYMSHARK logo is so subtle, but I honestly think that's really cute. It just is kind of like in the fabric, no stick on or anything. I really like that actually. This shirt actually has like a little drawstring at the bottom, so you can kind of like make the shirt like cuff in a little bit, which makes it kind of have like a little blousey fit. The back has this kind of like perforated detailing at the top that you can't really tell, but it's very lightweight. You can see like some light through it. But yeah, I think this is like really cute and lightweight, so let's see. And here's the top. It's definitely like a different kind of design, but I think it's nice if you're not looking for like a really tight crop top. Super lightweight and airy. It feels like I'm honestly wearing nothing. I like that you can tighten this because sometimes if you have like a really loose shirt and then like you do like a yoga position or something, it can like come up. But if you have this, you can kind of like tighten it and then it stays on really nicely. I love the little details. I think these are super, super cute. I also like that these are like kind of more neutral colors. It kind of has a little drop sleeve, so it's not gonna cut into your armpits at all. It has a pretty high neck, but it's not cutting into my neck and making it uncomfortable. Yeah, I really have no issues with this top. It's definitely not like everyone's cup of tea. Like, I don't know how flattering this shape is going to be on everyone. I don't think they had a sports bra for this collection, but they had like a lot of other like little top options. Next, we have the Move leggings, which are $45. And honestly, I just picked these up and these are like really, really soft. I'm super impressed. I just looked at the back and like I'm so tired of this monkey butt detailing. Like I don't need this. Like, do you see that? It has the widow's peak thing, the like below butt shorts detail. This is like my least favorite thing that GYMSHARK's been doing lately. Like, why are you doing this? Why do you have this seam under the butt? For people with big butts, it's gonna go in the middle of your butt, so that's not cute. I don't know, but the fabric is honestly really good. The fabric is like a slick performance material, but almost like buttery soft. So yeah, if you're into like super seamed leggings, these could be for you, I guess. It even says on the website that they have like a double panel detailing on the butt. I'm already kind of noticing, so I like just took these out of the bag and I feel like mine are like slightly like damaged. Like I literally just took them out of the bag. You guys saw these were all in the bag, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's like a lot of little like fuzzy detailing, which I wouldn't expect from this fabric, but it's like here. The logo is actually really cool. It's made of like this little like rubberized stuff, so I think that's like much more high quality than the vinyl they usually like stick on. There's some mesh panel detailing down the sides. And yeah, overall, I think I like the fabric of this legging. I just feel like they're trying to do a lot with these like booty contour seams lately that just aren't my fave. Also, this kind of doesn't look like entirely symmetric. Like this is the point and then it kind of like goes to the side, if you see, like it kind of like swerves. So I don't know. Okay, so here are the Move leggings, and I have to say these are honestly really, really stretchy too. And this fabric is super unique. So these leggings are super, super buttery soft, but at the same time they're like a performance slick material. They do have a seam at the top of the waistband, and it's cutting in a little bit, but like not too bad. It has a front seam, but I don't really think it's giving me any camel toe. I think these little mesh details are pretty cute. They add like a little, I don't know, extra element to the leggings. One thing I have to say is that the waistband is like pretty small. It was kind of hard to get over my hip region, but now that it's on my waist, it fits really well. Here's the butt. I just like really don't like all these seams. It's kind of like a personal preference though, if you like it or not. I don't like that they put a double thickness over the butt region because like, yeah, I can feel like two distinct layers of fabric. Like I'm just grabbing the top layer right now, and I just feel like it squishes my butt down. So I wouldn't give these like very high on the booty scale. I'd probably do like medium to low on the booty scale just because I feel like it's like the extra fabric is just kind of squishing it down. And when I look for a legging, I want it to flatter my butt, not flatten my butt, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, not my favorite. These probably wouldn't be the most cellulite friendly because they are pretty thin. But yeah, these are just okay for me. Like, I don't think I would recommend them to people unless you really like performance material leggings and like a lot of seams and stuff, but they're just like not my personal favorite. Then we have the Move sports bra, which is $35. And I'm kind of surprised. They label this as a light support sports bra, while like this one is medium support, and I like would not expect that because this honestly looks like decently like good coverage and like a pretty thick compressive fabric. It has a little mesh little V in the front to match the little mesh panel of the leggings. It has the matching like rubberized logo, and these straps kind of converge into a Y back, which is cute. Yeah, that's basically it on the sports bra. It's nothing special, but it looks like a nice basic kind of like performance material sports bra. And here's the sports bra. I actually really like this little V detailing. It makes it like a little more like, I don't know, feminine of a shape than just the straight across. I would actually call this bra a medium support. They call it a light support on the website, but I would definitely say this is a medium. There's no like distinct band you can see on the outside. It looks seamless, but they actually do have like a pretty thick elastic in the sports bra, so it actually does really stay down on your rib cage. And then it has a little T-back, which is nice, especially for like a back or shoulder day. You definitely have like a lot of room back there to work. So yeah, I'd say this is a pretty solid sports bra. I definitely think my favorite thing about the Move collection is the fabric. I think it's really, really unique. I just don't love all the seams and everything, but I actually really like the sports bra. And then I got their recess leggings. So one weird thing about this, oh no, where did I put the bag? I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but on the GYMSHARK website, they'll say like a really simple name for a color. And then on the bags, they usually have like a more intricate name. But this one, the leggings have a total different name. On their website, this is supposed to be the Recess leggings collection. This is supposed to be like the Recess leggings collection. I think I keep saying Reese's, but like that's the peanut butter cup. On the bag, it says Urban leggings. So these have a completely different name on the bag than on the website, which is like, why aren't they consistent? Also, I bought this in the color pink, and on this bag, it says Pastel Grape. GYMSHARK, which one is it? Make up your mind. I just like, I get confused because like they all have different names, and then like I think I order one color and then the name on the package says something else. It's just weird. I just think that's like kind of a strange like strategy. I don't know. Okay, I think that these leggings are supposed to be kind of like, they say that they're like a before and after collection, and I think they're trying to emphasize that they can be for lounge or gym. I definitely feel like they're more of a lounge material. They have that like kind of brushed cottony texture. So definitely not like a slick performance material at all. They have a little V in the front, which usually is pretty flattering because it kind of comes up higher on the sides. It has a high waist in the back, and it has this like very bold like GYMSHARK in the back, which I kind of feel like it's weird because the GYMSHARK is straight, but then like this little widow's peak detailing kind of goes down. So I don't know, it feels like a little weird to me. Yeah, and this GYMSHARK thing is just like a vinyl attached, so I would have to be careful if you did wash these leggings. You would have to turn them inside out and make sure that that doesn't like come off. They have more little like tiny GYMSHARK detailing on the side above the pockets. They also have pockets. But yeah, these are definitely less paneled than the last ones, which I appreciate because sometimes GYMSHARK goes a little overboard on the paneling. These definitely feel like more of a lounge legging. They look like they're gonna be pretty compressive. It kind of feels like the same material as their Legacy collection that just launched, which I actually didn't love. So we'll see if these are slightly less compressive, maybe fit a little better. Okay, and here are the recess leggings. I don't feel like they fit me like super well. I feel like they fit around the waistband. There's a little extra space in this region. The fabric definitely doesn't have as much stretch as either of the other leggings we talked about today. I like that they have some of these like unique little designs. I love a nice legging with pockets. I think that if you really like a lot of GYMSHARK logoing, this is really cute. Yeah, I definitely would consider this more of a lounge legging just because of the soft brush material. I think that this would probably cover up cellulite pretty well because it is pretty thick and compressive. I'd probably give these a low on the booty scale. I just like don't really think they're doing much for my butt. They just kind of go straight over it and don't really give a lot of separation either. So yeah, these are just okay for me. They really feel a lot like the Legacy collection ones, except less paneling. And I don't know, I think I liked the Legacy ones a little better, even though I actually didn't really like those. I just don't feel like these, like, I feel like these ones like keep falling down. The waistband doesn't really have like a lot of elasticity to it, so I don't really feel like it's like being held up very nicely. But when it's pulled up, it actually goes a decent amount over your butt, so that's actually pretty flattering. So yeah, don't love these, but they're okay. Alright, so that's all of the new collections that launched with the GYMSHARK Ultra Seamless. If I had to choose one thing from this collection, it would be those lightweight seamless leggings. Those felt so good. I love them so much. I want them in all the colors, to be honest. They snatch your waist, they make your butt look nice, they're lightweight, they give you room to move around. Where are the flaws? Everything else was just okay for me. It was a little too much like seamage action. All right, if you guys like these honest GYMSHARK reviews, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you've been watching my videos for a while and you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time to do it. I don't know why, it just is. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.